Hello guys, today I will be showing you how to edit your intro section for your profile, but also how to set up your about section. So to set up our intro, we're going to press this edit pencil icon on the right side of our profile. So here we can edit our first name and our last name if we made any mistakes while signing up. We can also add additional names here. Next, we can add some name pronunciations. However, this can only be done in the mobile app for LinkedIn. So essentially it's an audio which people can press and it will say out your name for them. Next, you can add your pronouns here. And after you add your pronouns, you can also select if you want like everyone to see it or if people who are connected to you to see it. Next, we're going to talk about the headline. The headline is a very essential part of LinkedIn and is basically what all recruiters and people who are searching up for you will see. And you want to make sure that these are optimized for something called SEO, which is search engine optimization. Essentially, whatever you write in the headline is what people will see when they search up for your name. For example, if I write business administration major, when people search that up, they will see my profile. So when we're crafting this, first, we want to write our major. For example, business at Northeastern University. Now, to separate between qualifications, you need to take the backspace key and you want to hold shift at the same time. This will create this sort of pipe bar, which can be used to separate things. Another thing that all of you can now add is fellow at Lane. This is essentially telling other people that you're part of the Lane Club. Now, if you have other, for example, apps, or if you're an ambassador for something, or if you've created a project or have any certifications, you can be sure to add them in between here. Just add more pipes, but also write down the description of what it is. Next, you can also choose your education. So we already did that beforehand, and we already have Northeastern there. Next, you can also change your location once again if you would like to change it from what you did in the sign up section. And then you can also edit your contact info. The contact info is what recruiters can use to get in touch with you if they'd like to, for example, make an offer, or if someone was really interested in your work and wanted to talk to you about it. So I'd highly suggest editing your contact info and making it easier for other people to talk to you. Additionally, if you have a website here, you can add that. For people who are computer science majors, there are many free websites you can use if you'd like to program your own website, such as GitHub Pages or Vercel, which can host these websites for free. For people who are less technologically advanced, there are other options such as Wix, which can help you easily make a website, or Google Sites, for example. And these can all be used, and then you can just paste your website URL here. Having a website URL is very nice and easy, so very good way to show off your personality to recruiters. So I highly suggest making your own website. Now, once you have finished all this, you can just press save and save once again. And I guess we do have to add an industry here. So I will just say I am in the education industry. And now if I press save, it should be fine. Okay, so now we're gonna start completing the about section, which is basically where you can provide a backdrop that people can read, which will thoroughly introduce yourself and perhaps tell people about some of the skills you have, what you do, what you've already accomplished, and what you're hoping to do. So press the add profile section here, and then press add about. This will come under the core, and here you can write, LinkedIn does tell you what you can write about, your experience, your industry, or your skills. You can also talk about your achievements or previous job experiences you've had. So I would suggest first writing this yourself, maybe also discussing with ChatGPT ways or Claude AI, ways that you could refine it, make it sound better and more professional, but also ensure that it does sound human and doesn't sound like it was straight copied and pasted from AI. Additionally, what you can do is you can show some of your top skills here, and skills are something that we're going to be talking about in future videos as well. But I would highly focus on writing a really strong about section, as that's one of the first things that people will see when they visit your profile. So for now, I'll just write hello, but of course you should have a little bit more writing than just that. So then press save, and now it would have added an about section here, as you can see.